ਕੈਨੇਡਾ 'ਚ ਆਰਥਿਕ ਹਾਲਤ ਕਾਫੀ ਡਾਵਾਡੋਲ ਹੈ। ਗੈਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਵਧ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਰ ਵਸਤੂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਮਹਿੰਗਾਈ ਕਾਫੀ ਉੱਪਰ ਜਾ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਤੇ ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨੀ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਹਿਲ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਬਹਿਸ ਹੋਈ। ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਆਗੂ ਨੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਆਗੂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਪੱਖ ਰੱਖਿਆ।
We know that inflation is taking a toll on the lives of Canadians and on their pocketbooks, and that's why once again in this tax season, Mr. Speaker, the basic personal income amount has grown again. Another $500 in the pockets of Canadians. A family right now that has been able to take advantage of our childcare benefit in Alberta will save almost $6,000 a year. We've indexed the Canada Child Benefit to inflation. We are focused on affordability, Mr. Speaker, and the needs of Canadians.
The honourable member for Central Okanagan, Similkameen Nicola.
The last time we saw the price of groceries jump 10% was in 1981, when another big tax and spend Liberal Prime Minister was in office. What was his name again? Well, it's like deja vu all over again, Mr. Speaker. Doug Porter, the chief economist at BMO, said that inflation is spreading much more broadly and at a clear risk of getting firmly entrenched. Will the Liberal government acknowledge today that its big tax and spend policy are entrenching inflation? And when will they start to address the cost of living crisis that we're in, Mr. Speaker?
The Honourable Minister of Tourism.
Mr. Speaker, one of the first things we did when we formed government in 2015 was lower the taxes on the middle class twice, tax the wealthiest 1% more. In Budget 22, we have increased taxes on Canada's banks. The illegal war in Ukraine that Putin has started is driving up inflation. If the Conservative Party is serious about supporting Canadians, they can start supporting smart legislation, smart results, stop blocking the BIA finance, get it to a vote and put money in the pockets of Canadians.
The honourable member for Central Okanagan, Similkameen Nicola.
He's still using talking points from 2015. He's got the time machine. He's going back to 1981 with their policies. Now, other energy exporting countries like the United States and Australia are taking action to protect their consumers from record high gas prices. Trevor Thom, an economist at the University of Calgary, has found that when Alberta dropped its gas tax, it successfully reduced their inflation rate in April. Since they obviously have no ideas about how they can improve on gas prices, Mr. Speaker, will they at least reconsider the Conservative proposal to exempt the GST on fuel? Will they at least do that?
The Honourable Minister of Tourism and Associate Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, we know that inflation is affecting the lives of Canadians, and that is why our budget stepped up to the plate. And I know the Conservatives don't like that we have been delivering for Canadians for 7 years. I know it offends their sensibilities, but the reality is, Mr. Speaker, in our budget, dental care for Canadian families, doubling support through the first-time home buyers credit, a multi-generational home renovation tax, $500 to those facing housing affordability, Mr. Speaker. They can scream and shout. We're going to keep delivering for Canadians.